What is up, guys? We have news about the next OTS tournament pack 20. We're in 20, guys. Holy shit. I don't think tournament packs have gotten this far up there in the numbering, and that is interesting to me, mostly because I think Konami needs to redo these tournament packs, and that's really the whole crux, the whole point of this video, guys. And I know I'm late, but I was busy, babe, chill. But we're here now, guys. We're gonna talk about this. So the three, I was going to say Ghost Rares because I was reading the name of Ghost Reaper here, but the three alties are, I did not mean to do that. Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherry, Sky Striker, Ace Ray, and 𝗦𝗦𝗣𝗣𝗣𝗦 the Clown. They're all bad, in my opinion. And the reason they're bad is, and it's not necessarily they're bad inclusions per se, they're just out of place right now, right? Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries should probably not have been the ulti of choice for obvious reason, because a lot of people are going to be in agreement here. Ash should have been the ulti here, right? And the reason why is these tournament packs, the whole point of this video is that tournament packs do not feel like prizes anymore, right? They don't, and maybe they never even felt that way. For some people, Ash Blossom is a really good competitive staple, and it will allow people to get some bling, right? I believe tournament packs should be used to either get people to try out new meta cards or to get some money out of it. So if you guys don't know, you usually don't win you don't win money through Konami events or tournaments. You could make money if you sell the stuff that you win. In this case, if you get a Ghost Girl, a good Ghost Girl, you could sell it potentially. An Ash Blossom ulti would be easily a $300 card after some time, no question about that. So it would give people who win a tournament either the chance to get some bling and, you know, kind of show off a little, or they could sell that card and make some money. Both of which I like. Tournament packs are not like that though, but we're gonna talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. We're gonna move on to Sky Striker Ace Ray because this card is completely out of place. Konami, I don't think, has a finger in the pulse of the meta. The better option here would have honestly been Mystic Mine, which I know was a rumor circulating about. I think there might have been like a quote-unquote leak that never happened, or was never true, I suppose. And that would have been a better card because at least Mystic Mine is meta and Sky Striker Ace Ray is not. I do know that people were excited for the sprites. They're more excited now for tier elements, and either archetype would have been perfect in place of Sky Strikers in this slot. Now we're gonna move on to 𝗦𝗦𝗣𝗣𝗡 because it's out of place. I think this card should have been printed in probably like OTS 18, if that. I forgot when when Despio was doing its thing, but it's not doing its thing as much right now. It is meta, but it just feels like Konami is late on this one, and I guess better late than never. This card 𝗦𝗦𝗣𝗣𝗡 is actually a kind of good reprint on Konami's part, or inclusion as an ulti, but it's still out of place. They don't have the finger in the pulse, and that's not cool. So moving on here, people are talking about the supers and how they are good reprints and whatnot. So Neko Main King, apparently, because I was not following this card, was going up in value in the secondary market, and I have a differing opinion on that. So these sets, these OTS packs should not be reprints. They should not be used to reprint something that people actually need or want, right? That's the job of side sets. It is unfortunate that Konami has not been doing side sets well for the past, I don't know, like 2 years, and they are relying on these OTS packs to have these key reprints, and I don't like that. Like I said, these tournament packs, I feel, should be Imagine we're going to take a scenario, right? So I'm sure you guys have played a game, and if you've played Duel Links, Duel Links is very good at this. If you duel, like let's say Yugi, right, or Jaden, or whatever protagonist, when you win, you will get prize cards or a pack that contains cards in them randomly that are related to them, right? So if you beat Jaden, you get heroes. If you beat Yugi, you get Dark Magician crap, etc. So that's what I want tournament packs to be. If you win a tournament, I want them to include meta-relevant cards for the current meta so people can try out different decks. Now, Nico main king might be meta. Again, not exactly sure. But if the card is that desperately needed of a reprint because it hasn't been reprinted in X amount of years, then that should be included in a side set, maybe more than an OTS pack, so other people can have the accessibility, right? The tournament packs should have cards that are more recent and other people can have a second chance of getting into and trying out more other meta decks. And they should also include reprints of cards that have already gotten a reprint in a reprint set. So I think Konami has been doing this set just incredible amounts of injustice. And I do have a solution, though. So these are tournament packs, right? I think Konami, which Konami should be doing, is making OTS like selection packs or some shit like that. And that's when they throw in the crap that they want to reprint. And that's kind of what these tournament packs kind of morphed into. And I think that's the same problem, or we have the same problem here in the OCG. But I'm not going to talk about the OCG because I don't really care too much about the OCG. But so Black Wings are getting reprinted, right? We have ninjutsu cards that are getting reprinted, which is nice. The reason they're getting reprinted, though, Konami, is not because they are meta relevant and a deserving prize for winning a tournament. They are because you're trying to sell a set. The selection pack, I am trying to convince people should be a thing, will be the one that includes these reprints of cards that are getting new support. So imagine a world where Konami was actually good at making product. I know it's hard to believe. They get the selection pack, and that makes, let's say it's selection pack 1, and they have a new set called Darkwing Blast, and in that new set they have new ninja cards. Person goes in to buy the new set and they spend X amount of dollars, let's say $20. And for every $20, they get a selection pack. So they get a selection pack. Now, in that selection pack, they're going to get nice new boosts to the cards that will be new in the set that they just bought, essentially, right? And that's kind of what I'm envisioning. These tournament packs should not be for Konami to reprint stuff that is related to something new in a main set, right? So we're gonna go here, moving on to the current state of the tournament packs, and they're like I said, they're horrible. All right, so tournament pack 19, which kind of flopped. Fallen of Albaz is kind of like the Aluber of this set, where it was printed or included in the wrong time frame. Water Enchantress. Honest, I hate the waifus, but I'm gonna admit Konami was correct in including this skill drain as well. I think those cards are really good meta staples. Now, skill drain might have been out of place as well, but at least it's a meta card, right? It's a nice price card. The other stuff, though, Caius the Shadow Monarch. Monarchs aren't doing anything. Trap Eater, were trap decks doing anything during the time period? I don't think so. I do like Hercules Beetle, kind of, because it's kind of like a legacy support kind of thing. And if they do want to reprint stuff that was in previous tournament packs, not the OTS series, but like the Astral pack or the very first tournament pack, I think it was just called Tournament Pack, if I'm not mistaken, is cool. Forbidden Chalice, amazing reprint, or not reprint. I don't want to say reprints because I don't think it is a reprint, but I don't want to put that word out there. And these tournament packs, like I said, should not be reprints. reprint sets, right? Like these should be like edition prints or something like that. They're reprints, yes, by definition, but they're not accessible by everyone, so they shouldn't be considered as reprints, right? Like they're editions. They're kind of nice to have. Gores was a weird one. Gores isn't doing anything, but I guess if they want to go with the legacy stuff like 𝗠𝗘𝗗𝗡𝗟, awesome. Nice, 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗡𝗟, same thing, I suppose. But Swamp Battle Guard and Lava Battle Guard, Konami. A tournament pack that includes Swamp and Lava Battle Guard, which was never meta, just because you had a new Battle Guard in a new main set, is trash. Make the selection pack. Send me some money for the idea. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. It's free advice, Konami. It's free advice. Don't get mad here. OTS pack 18. This pack was actually kinda good. So Fusion Destiny, and I'm not being biased, guys. I'm a hero dude. I get it. Fusion Destiny, Destiny Hero Dasher, and Celestial were amazing inclusions in here because of the DPE package. And again, I'm not exactly sure. Actually, this might have been a little bit late to the party as well. So they're not. They don't have the finger in the pulse again, right? So Feb 22 of this year, I think. Battle of Chaos, or not Battle of Chaos, Burst of Destiny, I'm pretty sure was from 2021, wasn't it? So again, a late printing, but not as late as fucking Albaz. Like Albaz was from 2020, right? Holy shit. Wait, hang on. Konami. 2020, right? 2020. I mean, it wasn't really meta until the structured deck, which was in 2022, I guess. Okay, from April to June. I guess. Okay, maybe Konami. Maybe. I'll let you slide there. So Fusion Destiny, this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. There is a quote unquote package, as you nerds call it. And people should be able to try this, but maybe they don't have the money, right? So a good prize would be the option for you to get it through lottery, of course, and try it out. So imagine you win a tournament, you get like 5 OTS packs, and you get a Fusion Destiny, you get really lucky, and you also get the Dasher and the Celestial as freebies. Not really, but I mean, they weren't that expensive. And now you get to try the DPE package. Isn't that amazing? Now, let's say you're like, fuck DPE. I want to sell Fusion Destiny. Hey, you would have made, at the time, I think it was like an $80 card. You would have made $80. Congratulations. You won a tournament, you get $80. You do a little, I have to do a little bit of work because we're not handing you $80, Konami being Konami. But you could sell it and then make $80. I like it. Divine Arsenal Azus, another really great reprint, or printing, additional prints. I don't know how to phrase it, guys. I might just say reprint from here on out. It's not doing as much right now, but it is an amazing card. And in some decks, again, it is a package. So amazing inclusion in this tournament pack because you can just try out the quote unquote package. Token collector, amazing. It counters a meta deck. And I believe it also got a printing before this, right? Yeah. So it was previously in Mega Pack 19. So in the 2019 tints as a common. Probably should have been another printing between then and the tournament pack for accessibility, but Konami doesn't do that. They don't have the finger in the pulse, like I keep saying here. Contact C, no idea why. To be honest, 𝗦𝗣𝗅 is one of those legacy supports which I like. Phantom Knights, I don't think they were doing anything. And we're going to skipping Sector. Monk was a good reprint because of Tenyi being included in the Worm Sword Soul archetype. That was somewhat meta. It was more meta than Duel Links, I suppose, but it was somewhat meta. But we're going to skip on over here to the Incantations. Was there a ritual deck that was topping? I don't think so, because the most recent ritual deck that was somewhat good was Drytron, and that fell off way before this tournament pack came out, right? I do like the Dark Magical Circle, kinda, but if we had a selection pack, this would have definitely been a better inclusion in that selection pack. Nordics, Konami. Why are Nordics in OTS packs? if I won a tournament and I got 5 packs and all I got was Nordic crap and, you know, like some super rares that I didn't care about, I would be pissed. That is not a that is not a prize, Konami. Nordics are not a prize. We're gonna move on here though to Tournament Pack 17, which is not good. Blackluster Soldier, I love you. Not a good inclusion just because it's not doing anything in the meta. It's not really a good card, and it's not a package. You know, there's nothing here. I cannot work with this, Konami. If I win this, I guess I could. I mean, it was like a $100 card when it first came out, probably even more, to be honest. So you could have made some money there. Cool. So I'll give it a slight pass, Konami. Infinite Impermanence, amazing. Staple card. You should, you win a tournament, you get to bling out your deck. You can sell it even as well. It's a $200 card right now. Make some money, you know, pay some rent, pay your baby mama, whatever. If you have a baby mama, I suppose. Number 39, Utopia. Horrible, never meta. As far as I remember, at least not meta in the past 2 years, Konami. I get it. There was new Utopia support recently. It's horrible support or inclusion, and it was cheap. It was, even when it first came out, it was like $40. Horrible prize, horrible all around. Power Bond, Cyber Dragons, any fusion based dragon deck was not really doing too much within this period, so it's a weird inclusion here, but I suppose, because I think this was around the time that the the Cyber Dark Dragon structure deck came out. I get it. But again, maybe a selection pack would be better for Power Bond and Cyber Dragon Nova inclusion, just because they weren't meta here. Cyber Dragon Nova, I'm a little bit more lenient towards, just because Cyber Dragons are kind of good. And they're niche, they're rogue, right? But they're kind of good. So I'll give it a pass. Scrap Raptor, I like it just because it gives a little bit of bling to the people that like scrap cards. And people were hyped about this card, so I'll give it a pass. Penguin stuff was not doing anything. Renaissance Insight, I don't know what deck was using that card within this time period. And the rest of the stuff is, I mean, you guys can see here, we're not going to take too long here. This is not a tournament pack for the commons. Like, if I got this tournament pack, I would not even look at the commons. I would probably just throw them in the trash. OTS 16 was probably one of the better ones, at least for the alties. We got Forbidden Droplet, an amazing reprint. And actually, I forgot Firewall Dragon was in here. That card was terrible. If it was pre-errata Firewall Dragon, even if it was banned, I would rather have that than Firewall Dragon pre or after the errata, because after the errata, the Firewall Dragon is not the same, Konami. It's not the same. Cyber Dragon is a good reprint, I suppose, too, because we got the alt art as an altie. I like it. Personally biased, I get it. But Forbidden Droplet was an amazing printing. It was an amazing inclusion, and it's a very good staple. And again, if you don't want to bling out your deck, if you already had a copy or 3 copies of Forbidden Droplet, you're like, I don't want this. You could have sold it for like $300, made some money, paid your baby mama. $300 could also pay 2 baby mamas. Like, you can afford 2 baby mamas with 1 Forbidden Droplet. So I just quit my day job and just start beating kids at OTS tournaments and get my Forbidden Droplets and pay my baby mamas. That's what I do. Other than that, though, again, Generator, Transverser, no. Tri-Brigade and Virtual World, I'm trying to remember if that was kind of, I don't think they were meta, but they were at least, people were trying to experiment around this time. So I think that's good. Drytron was good inclusions too at the time. Reptilian Hydra was I think a card that was not printed in a long time, and people were excited because it was reprinted in here. But maybe, again, Konami just make better side sets. Like, that's also a suggestion. And then the Stardust stuff shouldn't have been included in here. They're nice. They're not meta, and they're not cool price cards. So maybe don't do that. And then the worst tournament pack of recent time is OTS 15. And this pack does basically everything that I talked about that was bad. So we have two ultis that are terrible, Armed Dragon level 10 and Dark 𝗦𝗦𝗡𝗧, both of which were not meta. Armed Dragon level 10 was also, I don't think, ever meta. I'm not exactly sure about Dark Requiem. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh's been around for a long time, but I'm pretty sure Armed Dragon, just Armed Dragon was never meta. Dark Armed Dragon was, but not Armed Dragons, right? And I don't think, like, level 10 was not viable before the new support, I don't think. As far as I remember, I don't think people actually ran Armed Dragon level 10. It was a nice printing, though, personally, because I do like Armed Dragons. But again, if you had a selection pack, Konami included it in that as an ulti, giving it for free for people who buy like X amounts of new product at an OTS store, that would have been so much better. But moving on, I don't think Shaddolls were doing anything from what I remember. This was a really long time ago, guys. Sorry, but maybe Zodiacs were. I really don't. 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢 were definitely not, though. I think 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗢 can do something now, but that's with new support or recent support. Armed Dragon level 7, level 5, and level 3 as comments. No, Konami. No, stop it. Bad. Sit. Griffin Wing, I get it. It was a card that counters a really good staple. Maybe not Konami. Maybe not. And then moving on here, Wind Witch, no. Vampire Domain, definitely not. Rank Up Magic, no. Shadow Vampire, none of these cards were used, Konami. All these cards, all of these commons were not used. Dogmatica Punishment was a good card, actually. As a super, it was fetching $10 on release, so you can sell it if you weren't using Dogmatica. You can experiment, which is really all I'm asking for here, Konami. I want a tournament pack where if people win it, they can either experiment with what's meta currently or just sell whatever they have and make some profit and, actually get some money back from spending money on your game, spending so much money on a meta deck to win a tournament, to actually get something, get some monetary value back. But that's the video, guys. I do not like complaining too much about this, but I think these tournament packs kind of have to be reworked, and a good addition would be a selection pack where people will get support for cards or strategies or whatever that are included in the new main sets, and people that are buying into those sets can get them more accessible. I think so, at least. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.